Hi everyone, Callie Teegardin. Welcome to today's episode of Callie's Corner. It is episode 12, and I have to tell you, I have been away for a little bit from recording. It seems like I've been on all kinds of other webinars and podcasts, but I'm finally getting back to Callie's Corner as it's been a couple weeks since we last chatted. So let me know you're here. I'd love for you to comment below if you are watching this either live or on the replay. And today I wanted to come and talk about a couple things with you guys. One is I've been having some interesting conversations with different people, right? I'm still sitting at home in Sugar Land, Texas. I'm ready to travel, but we're still on restriction. Husband's still over in England, so one of these days, hope to see him. But during this time, I've been having a lot of conversations with colleagues or friends or different people in business. And some of them are telling me that life in business is going really good. Like, it seems like part of the people not so good, maybe dealing with job loss, dealing with concerns. Oil and gas, right, went negative yesterday on some of the futures, not the June futures, but part of this April and May. And then you've got other people in here because of the nature of what they've been through or their business is actually up. Their sales have increased. Some of my network marketing friends, myself, we've seen a increase. And so there's a real dichotomy going. And so talking to some of those friends that are having the increase right now, they're not sure if they really want to tell people, hey, life is good for me. And it is that weird time going on, right? Because we all want to be very cognizant of what's going on in people's lives, especially those that have family members or friends that have contracted COVID-19, maybe are in a hospital, maybe are on a ventilator. Definitely our hearts go out to them. And so do they say when someone asks, yeah, my business is going really well right now? And so I've been thinking about this conversation, and I believe that everything we do in life sets us up for the future. And so if you've been through hard times before, if you've been through times in your life that haven't been so great, I think they give us the strength and ability to deal with other things. So in this time, I think we're either have learned from our past and we're taking it to make the most of this situation, or if we haven't had those hardships, we may be experiencing them now and learning the growth to put us in a better place in the future. I do believe the saying that out of every challenge comes an opportunity. And I believe a lot of that has to do with mindset, right? And in the challenges of the past, what have we learned? Because there's the opportunity. When you learn something and you can make a shift or make a change, that's where the opportunity happens. And I have some people that I know that are starting new businesses. They've thought about it for a long time, but they haven't because they didn't want to make that shift, and this is allowing it. I talked to a friend the other day. She has a business and she has been wanting to make changes in her business. And you know what? This has pushed her to make those changes because it's forcing her to make the changes she already wanted to make. And I don't think it's bad to talk about those things, right? I think it is good to talk about positive things. And I think it's important, if your light is shining right now, you need to shine your light. I think Marianne Williamson really talked in her quote, a lot of times attributed to Nelson Mandela, is like, let your light shine, because when you do it, allow others to let their light shine. So if you're curious about, should I be talking about the good things that are happening? I believe yes. I think we all need compassion, right? And we should feel for people, but I don't think we should hide in our boxes and not share what's going on with us because we may offend someone else. I think that by you sharing your light, sharing on what's going on in your life, you can give hope and inspiration to others. So that's number one. Number two, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. I try to spend every morning as I get ready and do what I call my morning prep, 30 minutes of a podcast. I've been focusing on Cody B and relationships marketing. And he had a couple, it was like episode, I think around 58. the other day, and the gentleman in that episode, he was the shorts gentleman, if you guys have listened to Cody's podcast, and he talked about a story about this reporter who was picked to go and report about the Olympics, but he wasn't happy because he would pick the rowing team, and he was doing an interview with the captain of the rowing team, and he was asking him questions, and when he would ask him questions about, well, what if the water's choppy, or what if you get a bad wind, or what about the other teams, his answer was always, that's not in my boat. And so he went on, and the reporter asked us, what do you mean? And the captain said, I focus on what I control. I focus what's on my boat, because that's the only thing I can control. I can't control the weather. I can't control what the other teams are doing. I can't control there's a chop. What I can control is my boat and my team. And I love that story, because in life, we need to focus on what we can control and let go of the things we can't control, right? That's the whole point of the serenity prayer, right? God, grant me the wisdom to know what I can control and what I can't, and act on those I can, and not act on those I can't. I know that's not the exact prayer, but go with me, I'm paraphrasing. And so with that, what are you focusing on right now? And that's one of the things that I am learning, I would say, even more out of this challenge, out of what we're going through, is really staying focused on what I control and letting go of what's out of my control. So last night, and this is not political, but I want to make a point here, is our president tweeted that, immigration, he's going to stop. And I have a husband that lives in England. We are in the immigration process. And so I received several messages, Facebook messages about that, saying, I'm so sorry your husband's not going to get here. And my response is, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it until I have more details. And when I do, I'm going to talk to my attorney, because that tweet last night didn't have any information. And my attorney actually called me, our immigration attorney, on another issue today. And I said, hey, are you getting a lot of calls about it? And he said, yes. And what we're thinking is it's going to be what already's been in place for COVID-19 is just going to continue. We don't have all that information. And in the process that you're in, it cannot be shut down just by executive order. So I got my first messages last night, and I could have not slept all night and been worried about it. But until I have the full information, until all the information's out there, it's out of my control. I don't know what it means. And even talking to my attorney today, before I didn't call him, pick up the phone and call him. I knew until we knew more about it and the actual order, and I was just reading, they're probably not going to have all this figured out until at least tomorrow or Thursday. There's nothing I can do about it. Do I want Steve here? Yes. Has our process moved forward during COVID-19? Yes. We thought we were on hold, and last week we got an email from the National Visa Processing Center that we are moving forward. What does this tweet do? It's just a tweet, right? I'm not going to worry about it until I know more, because worrying about something that I don't know about and that I can't control is not going to help me move forward. And I'm looking in this time frame to grow. One of the things that's happening for me right now is my business is growing, right? We've had tons of new team members. My company just launched a new app to help all of our affiliates, and that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on my team. I'm focused on helping those people that I can. I'm focusing on my business and those things that I control, and I've got to let go of the things I can't. So what are you focusing on in life right now? And are you focusing on those things that are outside of your boat that you have no control of, or are you focusing on yourself, your mind, what you can control? And tomorrow night, I'm actually going to have an interview with a gentleman on my 8:30 webinar Wednesday night about changes inevitable and what you can control. And so that message just seems to be coming up, and I wanted to come here and share. So I would love for you guys to comment below. Tell me what you are focused on, the things that you can control right now, because I would love to hear from you. Also, if you've got some wins going on and you're excited about them, I would love to hear about them as well. So anyway, I just wanted to come and say hi, share some of my latest thoughts with you, and have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'll chat with you again soon. Bye now.